Happy birthday to one Dave Matthews. What would you say? I am of the age, Steve, when you had a lady over to the house, you put Dave Matthews on in the background.
I thought you didn't like Dave Matthews.
I don't, but the chicks dug him.
Okay.
I know the thing. I know what to do.
All right. Without further ado.
Dating advice from Paul. Don't take it. I'll tell you that.
You are single at the moment, right?
Yes,
okay,
I
we
have
should
been
point
my
that
whole
out.
life.
We should point that out. All right, let's go to our guest line. If you happen to be watching us on QSportsTalk.com, you'll see that we're joined live now by the head coach of the SU men's basketball team, Adrian Autry, on the show with us. Coach, great to have you on as always. How are you today?
Doing okay, guys. How you doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well. So we talked in the first segment about the fact, you guys have a week off here, and it's a little bit earlier than normal, right? Everybody's got a week off at some point. Yours just kind of comes earlier in conference play. Do you like where it fell this year, the fact you're coming off a loss and a chance to reset, or is it the kind of thing where, after that Duke loss, you wanted to get back out on the court, 2-3 days later to make up for it?
I think for us, it happened at an opportune time, coming off that loss against Duke. I thought, that we needed to take this time, again, getting back into it. I know my guys and players, they all like to play, but me sitting on the other end now, I thought we just needed to kind of work on some stuff. So I thought our break as of right now came at an opportune time.
How about, those things that you need to work on? What was at the top of the list this week at practice?
Everything. Offense, defense, just getting better as a team. So it wasn't, just anything in particular. I just thought we needed to work on everything and get sharp, as we, this is our break, and then there's no more breaks after this. We're in the mix. We're really, every 3, 4, 5 days, we're in a game. We're traveling, and we have home game stands. We have road away stands. So it's going to move pretty fastly for us moving forward. So we just wanted to kind of address everything. And it's really just getting better, in all aspects of a team getting better and trying to be a consistent, good team.
Coach, you talk about getting better. Last year it was a problem. Early this year it was a problem. It was rebounding. In December, you guys did pretty good at rebounding. What's changed with your team in rebounding?
I think our guards have gotten more involved. I think that's the biggest difference. When you just think about rebounding, it's always the blame always goes to the center or the forwards. I think good rebounding teams, their guards get involved as well. And I thought we did that in December. I thought JJ and Judah and Quadir and all those guys got in there and did a good job.
Adrian Autry joining us here on the show as we talk about Syracuse-Boston College. And, let's talk about this next opponent, Red. BC is playing better basketball than maybe most would have expected at this point, 10-4 on the year. They're actually one spot ahead of you in the net rankings for what that's worth, and, an opportunity to get them on your home court. What stands out to you about this Eagles squad? And, again, they feature one of the best players in the conference, right, in Quentin Post.
Yeah, I think, from the teams of the past, I think the one thing that jumps off the page right away is their offensive improvements. They've made some big improvements offensively. They brung in a couple of guys, and then they have a nice little core group of 2 or 3 guys. So I think they're playing just as well as anybody in our league. Even the games that they lost, they were right there at the end. They beat a really good St. John's team. So Quentin Post is one of the best big men in our league and in the country. And Harris, he's a really great addition for them. He can shoot the ball at a high level. He makes plays. McLaughlin's coming off a big, huge game. Again, veterans. They got an older group, and they have a kind of a nucleus of guys that have been there. Quentin Post and Zachary, and bringing along those young guys.
I said that, BC's one spot ahead of you in the net rankings, and Paulie and I were talking about this in the first segment, that there are 10 teams from your conference ahead of you right now in the top 75 in the net rankings. And the good thing about that is, there are a lot of opportunities out there for quad one wins at this point, right? You go on the road. If you win a game on the road in this conference, chances are pretty good it's going to be a quad one. Can you kind of speak, I guess, to the strength, Coach, of the conference this year? And it seems like the league is in pretty good shape.
The league is in phenomenal shape. I think, I don't understand the narrative kind of from a national standpoint. But when you read off those statistics, like you said, last year, it wasn't a lot of quad 1 and quad 2 wins after a certain amount of teams that you played against this year. Now we have multiple teams, and I think all these teams are better. I felt like, again, I don't know this, verbatim or right, a matter of fact, but I just felt like our whole league in general retained some core guys from each team and brought some people back. And I think that's the result. You look at our non-conference this year, it was really good. We played really well outside of our non-conference as far as a league. So the league is in great shape. It's as competitive as ever. It's going to be a fight every day, every game. So I'm excited that we have a lot of opportunity.
We brought this up with Jerry McNamara yesterday. I want to get your thoughts on it as well. And, people look at how well the bench is playing. And we've had, a few callers say, how come a guy like Quadir isn't in the starting lineup or a guy like Malik Brown's not in the starting lineup? Can you speak to, I guess, the benefit of having a strong bench and guys who can come in and change the game and why you kind of stick with the way things are right now and the benefit of that, I guess?
I think a lot of it is it's funny. You got something that's kind of working to your benefit, and everybody wants to make a change.
Right.
No, I think I've always talked about our team, and I'll answer it in this way. I've always talked about our team and this team and what I thought about it, how it could be successful, and it's by numbers. So you only can start 5 guys, but you're going to play 8, 9 guys, and I think that's what that is the strength of our team. I'll continue to say that over and over again. Everyone is stepping in and contributing, and that's what you want as a coach. I'm not caught up into who's starting, who's not starting. I'm just caught up into how we're playing as a team, and I think our guys are. I don't think I know there's no riff in our team. Everybody just want to win, and we just want to go out there and contribute and do what we need to do to win. And that's what we've talked about from July, and we'll continue that until the end of the season, about just winning as a team.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like guys are really comfortable in their roles right now. Like the role that Quadir has, he's thriving in it. Malik's thriving in his role coming off the bench. Benny has bought in. As you said, it's kind of like the if it ain't broke, why fix it type of thing. But do you see that especially the bench players are kind of comfortable in their role right now?
I do. I think that the first sign of anything is when someone is not happy, is practice. And we've had spirited practices, and guys have, our practices are still competitive, and they're still challenging each other, and they're still competing. So, again, I always tell our team, obviously everyone has an opinion. We just got to keep doing what we need to do. And that's play together and win games, and don't focus on anything else. As long as you're contributing, I think everyone at some point has been on a team where they didn't get any playing time or very minimal playing time and didn't feel like they were a part of it. I think the biggest thing that we're doing this year is that I feel like everybody that's on this team feels like they're a part of what we're doing.
How do you get a guy to be more aggressive on offense? Is that something you can work on, Coach, to be more aggressive and take more shots? Because you need Justin Taylor, for example, to knock down a couple threes, and it seems like he isn't even getting shots.
Yeah, I think that's, I think when you talk about that, Paul, that's really kind of watching film. Sometimes, when you don't recognize what you have or opportunities that you have. So it's really just watching film. And then as a team collectively, the one thing I've talked to our team over this break is I thought, we have to start creating better shots and passing a little bit more. Not that we're playing selfish, but just making the ball pop a little bit more. And I think that can help, everyone overall. But I think just watching film, seeing your opportunities and kind of coaching that and, kind of moving from there. I think it'll happen organically and naturally.
Coach, NFL playoffs are starting. As we're learning more about you each and every game, is there a team that you follow in the NFL?
No, not really. I just watch it. I watch all the games. Obviously, being up here, I watch a ton of the Buffalo Bills games. And me being from New York, so I follow all the New York teams and always wish them well. But I don't have an allegiance to one team like I did when I was growing up.
Well, who was it when you were growing up?
Well, Paulie, man, I was a New York Jets fan.
Oh. I wouldn't have said that either.
He goes, oh. That was a great reaction.
My Jets, man. JETSS. Just go, man.
At least I got the answer out of you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, Red, I know you got to run off to a meeting now. Thank you for your time today. Best of luck tomorrow night inside the Dome, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, Adrian Autry joining us here on the show, brought to you by...
That would be brought to you by Oswego County Mutual and Labatt. Got it right in front of me, Steve.
There you go. All right. Coach he's got a meeting coming up at 12:30, so we had to get him off a little bit earlier. So we've got a couple minutes here before we bring on Danya Abrams.
They crossed over Danya Abrams for 1 year. I should ask.
Well,
him.
We can ask Danya Abrams.
What it was like playing against Red.
We've got him coming up at 12:30, and again, the narrative is ACC's down. I mean, it's felt like that for a couple of years, but you look at the numbers, it feels like the ACC is on its way back up this year, and there is a lot of depth in this conference. And, Louisville's not really good. We didn't expect Notre Dame to be good, and then they went out and smacked Virginia. But, you've got 11 teams as a conference in the top 75, and that includes Syracuse at 75 of the net ranking. So, again, you win a game out of conference in this league, chances are it's a quad one, at least right now. And that's going to help everybody. So I think the conference is in a little bit of a better place than it has been the last few years. It does seem that, again, the bottom of the conference is better than it's been, and there are many teams in that middle tier, and Syracuse is in that middle tier, and chance to work their way up. They've got Boston College coming up tomorrow, a team that's right ahead of them in the rankings.
Steve,
Paulie.
Do you know what's still going on in Central New York as we get close to...
Lights on the Lake.
You are correct.
It was just there on Sunday.
And Lights on the Lake would like to thank Central New York for another wonderful year, the 34th year and the merriest one yet. Did you know it was the merriest one?
It felt like that when I was there.
Yeah, I felt it too. If I know anything, it's being merry. To show our appreciation, we're giving you one more week of Lights on the Lake through January 12th. The ticket price is now just $5, Steve. And there's snow on the ground, so it makes it a better experience.
There is snow on the ground.
And Mother Nature was not playing along with us this year. And all proceeds will go directly to a local charity. They gave $14,000 last year. Tonight, proceeds will go to Guiding Eyes for the Blind, which provides guide dogs for free to those experiencing vision loss. So there you go. So go on out to Lights on the Lake this week, and the money will go directly to a charity.
All right. So we will hit a timeout here. We will be joined on the other side. We're going to continue the basketball talk. We've got Danya Abrams.
Did you know Danya Abrams was a 3-time All Big East Conference first-team selection?
Got his bio right in front of you?
No, I just knew that off the top of my head. Did you know that in 1990?
I see your eyes are reading something.
Did you know that in 1997, Danya Abrams, along with Scooney Penn, won the Big East tournament?
Yeah. Anything else? Any other Danya Abrams facts before we hit a break here?
No. But we can introduce him. I'm helping you out.
Did you know that he is the color analyst for Boston College
basketball? I did know that. I see him frequently.
Yes. All right. Well, we